Hello, good evening once again, and many thanks for joining us here on Rwanda Television. We do hope you continue to have yourself a great festive season and Merry Christmas once again. Now, top of our edition, these are our headlines. Foreigners who choose to spend their holidays in Rwanda have been speaking to RBA, giving their reasons to why. The city of Kigali emerges as a leading tech hub in Africa, as spotlighted in the Global Startup Ecosystem Report in 2023, for it is actively supporting and nurturing tech startups. Glad to have your company tonight, coming to you straight from the heart of Africa, Kigali. My name is Martina Herrera. Now, foreigners who have chosen to spend their holidays in Rwanda have been speaking to RBA, giving their reasons to why. Let's take a look.
Despite being small in size, there is no doubt that Rwanda has many things to showcase, but not all tourists come to the country just to see its physical attractions.
I'm curious, it's like, how come you guys can do it and then other African country cannot do it? So what makes you special? And then what makes other country lack of either not want to do it or the lack of motivation to do it? So it's some form of vacation and personal research, if you want to say it that way.
For others, it is simply a case of wanting to see for themselves what they have heard from others.
Kigali is a very beautiful place. We call it a green city. It's warm, the weather is nice, it's not too hot. And also people are kind and the food is nice, and there's a lot to do for the kids. And yeah, they wanted to come and see the beautiful, the most clean city in Africa.
It's lovely, it's beautiful, it's very nice people, and it's a family visit, so of course that's very nice.
The country's emphasis on environmental protection has also been paying off, with the tourism industry built primarily on the natural attractions on offer.
So I've heard that Rwanda is a very clean place, and there are many tourist attraction sites, for example gorillas and everything. So I wanted to come and see how Rwanda is going to be for Christmas.
What is your impression so far?
This park is beautiful. It's a very good place to come for like morning walks and just spend your vacation here with your family. It's just amazing. I love it.
Regardless of why the many tourists that flock to Rwanda every year come, it should be noted that none of this would be possible without good leadership, peace and security, things the entire continent and indeed the world desperately need.
Thank you very much for that report. Now, not all families have the fortune of spending the entire year together. So these are sorts of the holiday seasons that are used to plan for the future while reinforcing bonds that would otherwise weaken due to the long absence of one or more family members. We have more on this report.
Giselle and Dieudonné are a couple living in Bugesera district of the Eastern Province, and we asked them what the holiday season means for them.
Imbere iminsi myiza ndi kumwe n'umuryango wanjye wose abana umugabo.
This is a nice time for me because I get to spend it with my entire family, my children and husband. We are talking about our year, what went well and what did not, as well as how to plan for the future. We mainly focus on our business, our relationship, and how we will raise our kids.
Tuzabana mu rugo, imibanire hagati yanjye nawe, hanyuma nuko tuzarera abana.
Iyo ntari kumwe nawe nyine.
When I am not with her, it does have an emotional effect on me, and not in a good way. While I am away, I take every opportunity I can to take a break from my work and to talk to her. It is difficult being away from my wife because she is my best friend, and that is a friendship I spent time building up when I was courting her. The couple is very much aware of the fact that they must use the time that they do have together productively.
His absence affects us all here at home, the kids too. Nothing can be done when a strong bond is absent.
Sometimes it is unavoidable because of work-related reasons. Let us say a man works at Butare while his wife is based in Goma. Such people rarely spend time together. It's all right to use the holidays to go out and have fun, but most importantly for such couples, it should be a time to just sit down and talk things over. The kids too enjoy the holidays because they get to spend them with their father.
The kids love going on walks with him whenever he's around, and he talks to them and imparts valuable lessons. Sure, I teach them a lot of things, but they are always particularly proud of the things their father teaches them.
This holiday season has helped me to reinforce the importance of ensuring a proper upbringing for the children. Even though that is the sole responsibility of my wife during my absence, when I am around, I play my part and use things like games and jokes to impart important lessons to them, and in some cases stories from the Bible when needs be. There are certain principles we are always sure to uphold, using different techniques every day. Giselle and Dieudonné also plan for the future. Like we told you before, we are planning for the future by reviewing our achievements during this year and what we should aim for in the coming one. I will not tell you the details of what we have been discussing, but I can tell you that we are in agreement, and I believe that to be very important. I also believe all families should do the same during these holiday seasons, not just eat and drink and have fun. They should plan together for both the short and long term, so that they have a plan as the new year begins. Indeed, it is important for couples to plan for their future together during the holiday season, irrespective of the time that they have the fortune of spending together during the rest of the year, because ultimately the proverb, "you reap what you sow," applies to everyone, not just farmers.
Now, the city of Kigali emerges as a leading tech hub in Africa, as spotlighted in the Global Startup Ecosystem Report in 2023, for it is actively supporting and nurturing tech startups, facilitating market connections, and driving solutions to the country's challenges. We have more on this report.
MedExcel, a pioneering enterprise focused on revolutionizing medical education and training, is a typical example of a tech startup in Rwanda that is growing fast and making impact due to the program of the government of Rwanda of facilitating and supporting tech startups. In just a few months, its inception, the startup led by Wendy Onea Ruzindana has secured over 30 million Rwandan francs.
One of the things is basically the ease, like how it's easy to start a business here, and how if you're young, you have more opportunities available to you. The government is actually, helping you achieve what you want. Yes, aiding you to your goals. So that's one of the best thing of starting a business in Rwanda. That's also one of the opportunities available, Hunger Pitch Festival, the way it's tailored for young people in Rwanda, and how it helps us to, create more opportunities, more business. That's one of the best things that there is of creating a business and opportunity in Rwanda.
Aimable Timenyi, the second vice president of the Private Sector Federation and a tech entrepreneur, concurs with the report. He acknowledged the government's investment in technology infrastructure, providing opportunities for innovation. However, he knows the private sector has yet to fully capitalize on this potential.
Turi kugitekerezaho ukuntu twakora ikintu gifasha urwo rubyiruko. Nubwo cyitwa ikigega ariko ni nka gahunda ikomeye yo gufasha.
We are thinking about a fund that can support young people. It is a program to support those young people who are in this ecosystem of innovation, all those who are creating startups. For example, the young person who created Umurava website of joining job seekers and employers. It is a good idea that we can use, and we can support him by posting jobs there. There is another young person that also did a startup about agriculture. We can also support him in every way possible. Yes, there might be some challenges that may lead to not carry out all things properly, but the fund should support in solving such challenges so that they can expand their businesses. This will assist us to attain big achievements faster. The Chief Executive Officer of the ICT Chamber, Alex Nare, points out that there are ways to encourage entrepreneurs to invest in these technology projects.
What has really made, what brings Rwanda in these research and publications, or Kigali to be specific, as an environment for startups, a conducive environment for startups, hinges on about 4 or 5 things. One is availability of talent. at least growing. That is growing, and that started off with investments that went into education. The second thing is regulation, and the government has been very consistent, and we've seen that in the doing business reports, consistent in improving the regulatory environment. The third, beside regulation, I talked about capital earlier on, but yeah, capital availability, more availability of capital is growing. It's not yet where we want it to be, but it's also it's changing.
Next year, the technology sector is anticipated to contribute 5% of all new job opportunities. Additionally, 135,000 university graduates with tech-related qualifications are projected to join the workforce in this field.
And on behalf of the news production team as well as the technical team, we would like to thank you for sticking with us on RTV News, as well as wishing you once again a happy festive season. Stay safe, have a great night.